Welcome, everyone. Let me begin by saying today that some of the stories I share with you may not mean a lot to you, but what I'm trying to show you is that from a young age, my life was affected by things that God did for me. I was raised in a Christian home, a pastor's home, and my parents taught me the importance of loving God and reading His Word and trusting in Him. And I saw that even from an early age of how His power worked in my life. And so I want you to understand that as we share some of these stories. Well, when I was probably 14 or 15, some of my informative years were on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and I was in a small fishing community, and I didn't have a car. A lot of us young people, we had bicycles. And so we'd ride around the community in bicycles and just have some fun times together. And on one occasion, I went to get my bicycle, and it was gone. Someone had stolen my bike, and I obviously felt really bad about that. Now I had to walk especially, and so I was doing a lot of walking around the community while my friends were riding their bikes. One day, it was probably 2 weeks later, and I had looked quite thoroughly around the community for my bicycle. But one day I was walking down the road, and about, 400 or 500 yards from my home, I got tired of walking, to be honest, and I just said, Lord, I just want to get my bicycle back. And friends, I had probably taken 1 or 2 steps and looked in the ditch, and there was my bicycle. God had answered my prayer. Now, I had looked all around before and had never seen it, but there it was. Now, I don't know if it had been there all the time, but I do know this, that God answered my prayer pretty quickly, and it made an impact on my life. I never forgot that. There's a lot of things that I have forgotten when I was growing up, but there's certain things that I haven't forgotten, and that was one of them. And friends, it doesn't matter how big the request or how small the request. God hears you, and He wants to make an impression upon your life. So don't feel bad if you have a big request or a small request. Just bring it to Him. Well, God bless you. Be back with me again tomorrow as I share some more testimonies of the power of God. God bless. Bye-bye.